Hey guys, it's Kavita and Stan with the Sports Condo, and we're here with our 2019 fantasy football picks for wide receiver, and we got some great picks for this season.
Yeah, wide receiver I think is very deep this year as far as where you can get value. You can get value throughout your draft. So don't worry about missing out on the elite guys, because I think as you get into later rounds, you're going to be able to get good value.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're going to get value throughout the rounds, but you're going to get value at the very, very beginning of your rounds with these top elite players. And number one on our list is Hopkins, because Deshaun Watson and Hopkins are getting some really great chemistry in the last year. And if Deshaun Watson stays healthy, Hopkins is definitely going to get a lot of numbers, and he's going to really rack up the yards for you.
Well, that's always the question in Houston. Injuries.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, if he stays healthy, he's going to be a monster. Hopkins will put up numbers, whether it's Deshaun or another quarterback. But I think the big thing with him is to make sure he has protection with Will Fuller. And I think the trade of Duke Johnson is really going to help where you can't just key in on him. So I think he's going to deliver number one receiver overall stats.
Someone else we have on our list is Davante Adams. He's on Green Bay Packers. He's got an elite quarterback in Aaron Rodgers. So I think he'll be pretty good too, even though I'm not as high on him as I am with others, but I do think he will produce.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of publicity for fantasy-wise. I don't think he's an elite receiver, but I think in that system, everyone's going by Aaron Rodgers. I think they're going to throw the ball around. I think a guy that, I'm pretty high on is MVS, Marquez, Scantling, and I think he might produce better value at where you can get him than Davante Adams.
No, I absolutely agree. And he also showed what he could do last season.
Yes, he did, yeah.
So I think you're absolutely right.
And I think they're building great chemistry in the offseason, and I think he's one of those guys that, size, speed, combinations that are just built for success.
Yep. And wide receivers are just as good as their quarterbacks. So another great receiver is Michael Thomas. And you have Drew Brees, who has just been amazing year after year, and they were kind of cheated last year from the Super Bowl, so I think they might have something to prove.
They got to get over that. They were cheated, yes. They would have had a better chance to beat the Pats, but Michael Thomas is going to beast. Just signed a huge extension, so they believe in him, and I think we at the Sports Combo do as well. He's going to give good numbers.
Yeah, he's going to earn his money. I
Exactly.
And then we have Julio Jones. He's got Matt Ryan under center for him, throwing the ball to him. I think that Julio Jones is going to put up some good numbers.
Well, he's talking the talk. I think he said he would mess around and get 3,000 yards. So, he's not Ice Cube, but I think he's going to do well this year. So, especially any guys playing in the dome, you always want to take those guys just because they move faster and they put up good numbers.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So I think on the next one that we want to talk about, we might disagree a little bit. We have Odell Beckham Jr., better known as OBJ.
Guy. Yeah, I've heard of him. He played in New York for a while, I think, right?
He did, and now he's at the Browns, and he's got Baker Mayfield under center for him, but...
that guy knows how to drink a beer, by the way.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
I think he would be my number one fantasy quarterback. We'll get to quarterbacks, but just in a beer chugging competition, that's my number one
He's
pick.
your number one.
So we'll discuss those leagues later.
Yep. But I do think that
you think OBJ is? I think we disagreed on a little bit. Yeah, I think he's on for good value.
I think that Jarvis Landry might have more value than OBJ. I just think OBJ is a little bit injury prone. So you have Jarvis Landry, who's just been doing really great. I mean, he's been passed around a little bit, but I think he might have found his place at the Browns, and I think I'm more excited about Jarvis Landry than I am OBJ.
I am a big OBJ fan. I think he was misrepresented here in New York. I think he's going to beast. And the thing about Baker and OBJ, they both have chips on their shoulder, so I think they're just going to come out firing. I think Jarvis Landry, David Njoku, one of the friends of Sports Combo, I think they're going to help take away coverage, and Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt when he gets there. So Odell, I think, is going to be a beast this year.
I think that team is just going to be a beast, just to pepper that in there.
That's true.
So I think that the next person we'd like to talk about is Antonio Brown. He's been passed around.
Is he still in the league?
He's been passed around like a hot potato, and now he's landed at the Oakland Raiders.
which is kind of like landing in outer space with the Raiders.
I know.
I think also he might want an astronaut helmet. That might be the safest thing for him right now.
That's kind of what
as
he
long
wants,
as it
right?
meets his visibility requirements.
Yeah. So I'm not very high on Antonio Brown. I thought he was so amazing on the Steelers, and obviously everybody else did. He was picked first as a receiver in the last several years, but I think he drops a lot, in my opinion, in this year's draft, because I just don't think he has a solid quarterback in Derek Carr.
I like Derek Carr. I liked him coming out of Fresno State. Like I said, I do love anyone in John Gruden's system. I grew up in the years where fantasy football with him produced great years from Rich Gannon and Charlie Garner at running back and quarterback. But I think if you get a number one receiver in that system, that he'll be good. But Antonio Brown, how can you trust the guy? He screwed up himself with the cryogenic foot treatment. How do you not protect yourself overseas? That's key. And then now the helmet thing. So I don't know where this guy's head is at. So I think
Not in the right helmet.
Yeah, exactly. That's for sure. So